What is going on, y'all? I'm back with another video, trying something today that I've wanted to do for a while on the channel, and that is to shoot a deer with my 12 gauge using buckshot. Never killed a deer with buckshot before. Back home in Kentucky, it's not legal to hunt with buckshot, so I never really got the opportunity. But now that I'm down in Georgia, I can take advantage of that because it's 100% legal. Anxious to see how it performs. I've just got some 2 3/4 inch federal copper plated buckshot. So that's what I'm going to be using today. I shot it on paper earlier this morning and it grew pretty good. I've got a Pattern Master big game choke that you can fire buckshot through. It's not ported. I bought that choke just for this occasion, so hopefully it's going to work out. Slipping up in here, trying to make it up to this ridge top where we have a feeder set up. So it should be a perfect opportunity to use the buckshot. I'm just gonna set up probably like 20 yards from the feeder or so. Try to get a good close shot. I shot at 40 yards today on paper. I still had a good tight group, so it's probably about as far as I want to shoot anyways, about 40 yards. Just gonna sneak up in here, climb a tree in the saddle right next to the feeder, and hopefully we can make it happen. But making my way up this ridge, so I'm gonna quit talking so loud and try to be a little bit quieter walking through these leaves. Get set up. I'll see you guys in the tree. Fresh scrape right here. We got a lot of rain about 2 days ago, so he had to hit that in the last 24 hours. Still a lot of rut activity here in North Georgia. That comes with high doe population properties though. That's why it's so important to thin your does out. Try to limit your rut to a couple week period of time. Have those big bucks on their feet more. In turn, a lot better chance of getting a shot at one. Let's keep making our way up here. I think this is gonna be the tree that I climb. A little bit bigger than what I usually like to climb. Just a little bit more comfortable in a smaller diameter tree in the saddle. Well, now that I look at it, I don't think that's gonna work. There's a sapling right in the way. But with what my wind is doing, I can't get on that top side. Let's go check out this pine tree real quick. See what it looks like. Yeah, I might climb this pine tree right here. Give me a really nice close shot if they're at the feeder. It's just about 10 yards away. Yeah, let's climb this pine tree. All right. My wind is kind of coming this way. Every now and then it turns this way. There's a lot of thick bedding cover all the way down on this far side. So that's where I'm expecting most of the deer to come from. I'm just gonna shimmy up right here. Probably pretty much be right here on this side of the tree so that I can just lean off the left a little bit to shoot. But let's go ahead and climb up here, get settled in for the evening. Well, I finally got set up. As soon as I got my platform up on the tree, I started digging around in my backpack a little bit, and I heard deer running through the woods towards me, so I just dropped down to my knees, and I had 4 deer run up and stop at like 15 yards. They never knew I was there. They were looking back behind them, and I thought that it was the turkeys that spooked them. The turkeys that pushed over the hill went straight in that direction, so I figured the turkeys spooked them out. But then just a few seconds later, the deer took off, and then here came a coyote over the top of the ridge. But I had my gun unloaded and everything because I already had it tied up onto my hoist rope. So I missed out. I could have killed a deer for sure because they stopped right there, and I might could have got a coyote too, which would have been almost better than the deer. Gotta keep those things thinned out. But hopefully those weren't the deer that are going to be coming to the feeder this evening. Otherwise, I doubt that they will make it in because they ran downwind of me. So hopefully there's another group of deer using it. There were 4, I think, in that group. But I'm set up really close. The feeder's just right here, about 10 yards from me. I climbed kind of high up in the tree. I'm about 20 feet up just to make sure that I don't get busted with them being this close, and to help with my scent pool, push it off of me a little bit further. Hopefully we'll have some action here. It's a beautiful afternoon. It's kind of warm. The sun's out. The woods are very quiet. I'd say the deer should be moving, if the coyotes haven't scared them all off. See what happens. About to happen. The feeder's set to go off at 4 o'clock. was awesome, dude. Man, that was awesome. Probably about a 12-yard shot. It's exactly. Crow's getting mad at me now. It's exactly what I was wanting to do. That was so awesome. She probably went 20 yards. I'm surprised I didn't fold her up. I put it right on her shoulder and pulled the trigger. I figured it would scatter a little bit, even this close. So I was hoping to get a couple behind the shoulder. As soon as I shot, I could see blood. So that's always a good sign. Man, I didn't know if they were gonna come back in after the feeder went off. I thought they might, but then they started acting really spooky the closer they got. And that's right where that coyote ran through a little bit ago. So I'm figuring that they were picking up on the ground scent. Hope that camera was right. I figured they were picking up on my, or not my ground scent, but the coyote's ground scent that came through there is why they were acting so nervous right there. But she couldn't hold back from that corn. Came right on in. There were 3 of them, 2 big ones and 1 small one, and I shot one of the big ones. One of the smaller one was coming up right there in behind her, but I was wanting to shoot that bigger one. Man, that was awesome. Old 12 gauge put her down. That's the first one. I guess it's actually the first deer I've ever killed with a shotgun, period. I have not deer hunted with a shotgun with slugs or buckshot or anything before today, so pretty good track record so far. 1 shot with a shotgun and 1 down. Can't beat that right there, man. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and climb down, start dragging this thing. Got a pretty good drag down the hill back to the truck. Keyword downhill right there. Always love a good drag downhill. Dragging them uphill is rough, as you guys know. But let's go ahead and climb down and go check her out, see what the damage was. Check out the shot site here. She was standing right here, I believe. Yep. Bunch of hair all over the place. There's some blood right there. A lot of blood. Buckshot. Looks like it works pretty good so far. Ton of blood. Definitely wouldn't have any trouble blood trailing this one if she'd gone a long way. Here she is. Nice big healthy doe. Looks like pattern did pretty good. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like at least 5, 6. Yeah, so it looks like we got at least 6 pellets right there, perfect behind the shoulder and up towards the shoulder. I'd say that I ended up getting her heart and definitely double lunged her. She went about 25 yards. She was just plowing the whole way. She was not going anywhere, that's for sure. Man, that was another awesome hunt. First time getting to try out some buckshot and made it happen. I wanted to shoot one really close. Can't get much better than that. That was about 12 yards. I was hoping I would get her inside of 10, but the other one that was coming up behind her had looked right up at me and stared at me for a few seconds and then went back to moseying around, but I did not want her doing that again. Didn't have a face mask on or anything, so I was a little bit worried that they were gonna bust me and get out of there quick. So As soon as she stepped out from behind that tree, I just let her have it. Another great hunt in the books. Got some fresh meat on the ground and got to try out some buckshot. That was federal premium double-aught buck, copper plated, 2 3/4. Can't complain. Performed exactly like it's supposed to and patterned really good. I mean, I know that was super close, but even today when I shot it at about 40 yards, it had a really nice tight pattern for the most part. So I think that you could easily kill one out to 40 with it. But I've got a pretty good long drag here back to the truck. Probably wait to gut this deer till I get it down to the truck, because we might hunt here again this weekend. We're doing a big doe management weekend to thin out the doe herd, so should definitely have some videos coming from that. So make sure that you subscribe, hit that notifications button so you guys get to see that video. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we will catch you in the next one.